Why don't hackers like nature? Because they can't handle bugs. Now, while we're chuckling, let's switch to a serious note. Ever wondered how simple it is for hackers to snatch away your identity? In our digital age, it's almost as though our lives have turned virtual. We shop, bank and socialize online. But with this interconnectivity comes a darker side, a growing threat that looms like a shadow over the world, the threat of identity theft. Identity theft isn't something just out of a sci-fi movie, but a reality becoming increasingly prevalent in our digital world. Take, for instance, a London woman who found her bank account mysteriously drained of thousands of pounds one morning, or a New Yorker who woke up one day to find his credit score in shambles due to multiple credit cards issued in his name he had no idea about. These aren't just rare occurrences. They are part of a rising trend where cybercriminals with just a computer and internet can wreak havoc in our lives. They don't need to physically intrude or steal anything. They can do it from anywhere in the world thanks to the internet. But what do these hackers do after getting their hands on our personal information? The possibilities are as vast as they are spine-chilling. They can sell it on the dark web, use it to commit fraud, or even blackmail us. Scary, isn't it? But don't fret, because we have some effective tips to help you stay safe. Remember, identity theft is serious, but not invincible. Armed with the right knowledge and tools, we can shield our digital presence and ensure that we don't fall prey to this modern form of robbery. So, how do these cyber criminals operate? Well, let's delve into the murky world of hacking. There are three primary tactics hackers use to get their hands on your personal information: phishing, malware, and social engineering. Phishing is akin to casting a wide net into a sea of potential victims. Hackers send out seemingly innocent emails or messages that contain a hook. This could be a link to a fraudulent website or a request for personal information. These messages often appear to be from reputable sources, tricking unsuspecting victims into giving away sensitive information. Next, we have malware. This is malicious software designed to infiltrate, damage, or disable computers, often without the user's knowledge. Once inside, it can steal information, damage systems, or even take over control. It's like a silent, unseen burglar creeping around in the shadows of your system. Finally, there's social engineering. This involves manipulating people into performing actions or divulging confidential information. It's essentially a con game, relying on human interaction more than technical trickery. One common example is a hacker posing as a trusted figure like a bank representative or a tech support agent to trick you into revealing your security credentials. These tactics can lead to identity theft. With your personal information, hackers can do things like open credit cards in your name, take out loans, or even commit crimes, all under your identity. It's alarming, isn't it? But it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is that you're not powerless against these threats. By understanding how hackers operate, you're already one step ahead. With knowledge comes power, the power to protect yourself and your digital identity. So remember, hackers are like puppet masters, pulling the strings from behind the scenes, looking for any opportunity to exploit. And they're clever, using a mix of technology and psychology to trick you into handing over your keys to the kingdom. Knowing how they operate is the first step to protecting yourself. So stay vigilant, stay informed, and remember, in the digital world, knowledge truly is power. Now let's delve into how to secure your digital presence. In the digital realm, your identity is a fortress. And like any fortress, it needs a robust defense strategy. The cornerstone of this strategy is the use of strong, unique passwords. Think of your password as a key. If it's easy to duplicate, anyone can walk right in, so aim for complexity. Mix upper and lowercase letters, numbers and special characters. But remember, even the most complex key is useless if it's left lying around for anyone to find. That's where a password manager comes in. This tool securely stores all your passwords and even generates strong ones for you. It's like a secure vault for your keys, accessible only to you. Now, imagine if even with the right key, an intruder couldn't enter without a second form of identification. That's the beauty of two-factor authentication. It adds an extra layer of security by requiring two types of identification. It's like having a guard who checks the key and asks for an ID. But even the strongest fortress can crumble if its defenses aren't regularly updated. In the digital world, updating your software plays a similar role. Each update not only brings new features, but also patches vulnerabilities that hackers could exploit. So make it a habit to regularly check for and install updates. Surfing the internet is like walking through a market. There are a lot of enticing things on display, but not all of them are safe. Be wary of suspicious links, much like you'd be cautious of a sketchy alleyway. Clicking on a dubious link can open the gates of your fortress to hackers. These steps might seem basic, but they are your first line of defense against identity theft. Remember, the strength of your digital presence lies not in one single element, but in the combination of all these measures. Just like a fortress, it's the collective strength of the walls, the guards, and the strategy that keeps it safe. For those who want to go a step further in their cybersecurity efforts, let's delve into some more advanced and proactive measures to fortify your digital fortress. One of these is the use of a virtual private network, more commonly known as a VPN. A VPN acts like a secure tunnel for your internet traffic, encrypting it and making it much more difficult for hackers to intercept and decipher. Think of it as a cloak of invisibility in the bustling city of the internet, keeping your data hidden from prying eyes. Now, onto credit reports. Regularly monitoring your credit reports is akin to keeping a close eye on the pulse of your financial health. It allows you to spot any suspicious activity early, such as loans or credit cards taken out in your name that you didn't apply for. Most countries have systems in place that allow you to access your credit report at least once a year for free. Make use of this. It's like having a regular checkup with your doctor, but for your financial health. Lastly, let's discuss the importance of limiting the personal information shared online. In this digital age, oversharing can be a dangerous game. The more information about you is available online, the easier it is for hackers to piece together the puzzle that is your identity. So be mindful of what you post and where. It's not necessary to share every detail of your life on social media. Remember, discretion is the better part of valor, especially when it comes to your personal information. We've covered a lot of ground in this segment, from the protective shield of a VPN to the vigilant monitoring of credit reports, down to the cautious sharing of personal information. These measures may seem daunting at first, but once implemented, they can significantly elevate your cybersecurity game. Remember, it's not about being completely invisible online, but about being a harder target for hackers. To summarize our discussion, we've traversed the labyrinth of identity theft, a menace that's as real as the air we breathe. The omnipresent threat of digital predators out there lurking in the shadows should not be underestimated. It's an unnerving reality we all must face in this technologically advanced age, where our lives, more often than not, are lived online. We've delved into the murky world of hackers, their methods and their motivations. These digital marauders operate with a level of sophistication that's truly mind-boggling. Through phishing, malware and an array of other deceptive tactics, they can access your most private information, often without you even realizing it. Remember, knowledge is power. By understanding their tactics, we can better equip ourselves to stand against them. But it's not all doom and gloom. We've explored the various ways you can protect your digital presence. Simple steps like setting strong, unique passwords, enabling two-factor authentication, and regularly updating your software can make a world of difference. Remember, your first line of defense is you. Proactive measures can help keep your digital self safe. We've also considered advanced security measures that take your protection to the next level. From using a virtual private network or VPN to encrypt your online activity, to regularly monitoring your credit reports for suspicious activity, these are measures that can add an extra layer of armor in your fight against identity theft. In our interconnected world, digital security is not a luxury, but a necessity. It's a continuous battle, one that requires constant vigilance and a proactive approach. But with the right tools and knowledge, you can make yourself a harder target. By taking these precautions, you can make it significantly harder for hackers to steal your identity. Stay safe out there.